doing some plant chores and answering your planty questions. Let's go! Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, my name is Roos, my pronouns are she, her. I am a plant lover from the Netherlands, and as you can maybe tell by this huge chaos, I'm going to be repotting some plants today and answering some questions that I got from you guys on Instagram. There is a lot to do, as you can see. I was planning to just repot a few plants and then I kept seeing chores that I needed to do, so I hope we can get through all of this in one go. Also, my battery is almost dead, so this is starting off great. I have my repotting mat. This was not sponsored. But I do work with this company, Gardena. I just bought this one because it was easier and quicker. Let's start with the dragon scale, because this plant is so sad and wobbly. I think it may have gotten root rot. So we're just gonna take it out. Do I wanna bring you closer so you can see everything? I think I do. So we're gonna repot that. We're gonna repot the monsteras that have roots coming out the bottom. We're gonna cut and propagate the pink princess mama. And probably we're gonna give Caspar a moss pole. I got these moss poles in from Trofolia. I think they sent these to me for free, but they didn't require me to show them. But I am very excited to try them because they are self-watering moss poles that look very smartly built, with this little thingy on top to water them as well, which I think is very cute. So I think we're gonna give Caspar a short one. I also have a very tall one that I might use on the monsteras, but I'm not gonna do the big monsteras today because that's just a whole job on its own. And we're gonna repot this one because it's getting way too long. This is a Philodendron Ploumani, and it's going in a long crawler pot because it's too long for a regular pot. What else? Oh yeah, we're gonna propagate Syngonium aurea, cat, and I think that's it. Let's get started. I'm gonna bring you in closer. I actually switched cameras because my battery was low, so hopefully you'll be able to see it and we won't have the battery dying on this one. Now let's check out the roots on this baby. I have a feeling. I have a very bad feeling. As you can see already, there's not many roots on this part. We will go hunting for bulbs in a little bit, but yeah, that's not good. It's not good, it's not good, it's not good. Oh, but there's some fresh roots. I knew it wasn't completely dead. Haha. Down here is a lot of root rot, as you hopefully can see. But there's one root that's still attached to this whole business. So we're gonna, oh, two. We're gonna try and get them out without breaking them off. Might be the only happy root, so we wanna keep it. Whoa, this is a long one though. Let's take this baby off. 0 roots on the baby. On this one, there are literally 0 roots left. I could have known with the leaves looking this sad. Oh yeah, I was supposed to answer questions. Sorry, I got very distracted by the dead roots. Someone asks, did you ever buy a plant just because it was popular and not because you liked it? No, I did see plants on Instagram and then get into them, if that makes sense. But if I don't like it, I don't buy it. Do what you like in life in general. Let's see, let's find some of these guys. Ooh, there's a lot of them, nice. Okay, next question. Have you ever used a systemic pesticide within your potting mix? Yes. I actually used to use a pesticide all the time. The little sticks that you stick into the soil. I used that for about a year, I think, before I switched back to the predatory mites. Because the first time I tried the predatory mites, I didn't do it right and it didn't work very well. I have my cats and I was moving my plants outside in the summer and it just didn't feel right to keep using a systemic because it can also kill the local bugs, like the ladybugs outside and stuff, the good bugs, the pollinators. So I stopped doing that and switched back to predatory mites. I don't really know what we're gonna do with this because this is very sad. I guess we can put it back in soil. It's not rotting or anything. What would you do with this one? Would you put it back into the soil? It is growing a lot of roots, so I think it can survive. This one actually looks really happy. I'm more worried about these two that have no roots. They are going to go into a recovery program. And this little guy I think I'll keep in the recovery program as well. So we are gonna give it fresh soil, which I have here. This is the longest root I have ever seen. Do you remember when I bought this plant and I was like, I want a full one, so that's why I'm gonna buy a new one. And now I have one again. Looks good. Putting these baggies back in. These are the spider mite baggies. You're not supposed to hang them in like this, but I don't always do as I'm told, so Do you like my socks, by the way? And my sweatpants. This is a outfit from a brand that I work with. They create sustainable clothes that are also very fun and colorful. You can use my code Yoga Roos CS10. I think I'll put it on the screen to get a discount if you ever want to order something from them. Next, this is my Pink Princess Mama. It was growing in a small terrarium, and I actually realized it had, whoa, it's very wobbly. It had some nice pink before and on the backs of the leaves, but it was growing into the moss wall in the terrarium, and I needed that space for my new queen. So I pulled it out very thoroughly, and we're gonna chop. Of course, I have my shears and some alcohol, though I forgot the tissue paper. 1 second. You are seeing a lot of my socks and my sweatpants in this video, unexpectedly. I think we're just gonna chop the whole thing because there's some cute baby plants at the bottom. So there we go. This has some really nice variegation. There's some fully pink babies on the bottom as well. So I think this is gonna be great. Let's do the 2 Monstera babies. These are very small. I got them as rescues. Oh, questions. I keep forgetting the questions, you guys. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Let's start with the easier one. I'm trying to get the roots out safely. Oh, that was easy. Okay, this looks great. Your view on plant prices coming down due to various factors. I guess my thoughts is that it's good that plant prices are coming down. I don't really have much to say about it because everyone can spend what they have. I don't want to price shame anyone. At the same time, I don't buy plants for very expensive prices because I just don't have the money. So for me, it's good. I don't know. I don't really have thoughts on this. I get this question literally every time I do a Q&A, and I don't really normally answer it because I don't know what to say. Like now I'm not saying anything really useful. So I don't know. Here we go, that's one. When is it time to throw out or give away a plant? I think that's completely up to you. If you no longer like a plant, but you still have space for it and you don't mind caring for it, then of course you can keep it. I notice quite quickly when I no longer have enough energy to take care of all the plants. It's completely up to you. There we go. It's up to you. It's your plants. It should bring you joy. That's what I try to focus on. Does it bring you joy? I am covered in soil. Yeah, this works. Okay, let's see, next question. How do you manage your plant finances? Do you have a plant budget? That makes me laugh because I literally am so bad with budgets that no, I don't have a plant budget. I don't have a life budget. I don't have a house care budget. I don't have budgets. I don't do budgets. I usually go with my intuition. If I do see something nice, I am easily tempted to buy things that I like the pots from Piece of Clay whenever she has a sale. It's very tempting, but also right now my finances are so that I literally just cannot even spend a few euros. So I just look and I don't buy. My finances are very tight with my brain injury preventing me to work, which is why I'm very happy with any sponsorships that might be upcoming as well, because it means that I can make some money and then pay my bills or pay more of the household costs and everything. The budget of the plants comes way after having paid all the outstanding bills. So the thing with these pots is they are very nice and handy, but they are very tricky to get nice pots for. My mom found some pots that were perfect for these and she has some more for me. We're gonna give Caspar a poll. but first I need to move some plants out of the way. 1 second. I did say ask me anything, but when are y'all getting married? It's pretty forward and personal. We are not getting married. My boyfriend doesn't want to, and I'm okay with that. I am happy as we are, so no. The answer is no. We're gonna repot Casper. There are 3 plants in here, and as you can see, they've grown quite big, and they have literally a very, very small stick as their support. So we're gonna try and remove that carefully and then give it a proper moss pole. As you can, this is the stick that they have now. So that's very, very small. If you could have only one genus of plant, what would it be? That is a fun question to think about. I don't know. I think it would be either philodendron or Hoyas. Philodendrons because they're so versatile. As you can see, I have a lot of them right here. They are so fun to grow and easy to propagate. Or Hoyas because they also have blooms, and blooms are awesome. I used to never like flowers, but now I do. So I think either Hoyas or philodendron. Which one would you choose? Let me know in the comments. Oh, that's a fun question. Do you think that cutting your hair helped with your headaches? Haha. Thank you so much for asking. Yes, I do. It is much less... Wait, I had a plan for this. I brought this bucket from outside to put the old soil in. Urgh. So yes, I do think it definitely helped a lot. I feel much better, although I do miss the long hair now. It looks a little bit different and weird for me, but I really think it does help with the headaches. Even when I put on a scarf or something to go outside, it's just a lot easier. I'm very happy I did that. What is your favorite plant, or maybe top 3? My current favorite plant is definitely my queen anthurium because it put out a new leaf and the leaf is huge. It's so big. Super excited. But Caspar is always also a favorite. But I have a different favorite every day, and some of the favorites are actually here on the display with me, which you cannot see right now, but you could see at the beginning. Do you feel a renewed plant enjoyment now that you have the gorgeous terrarium in the kitchen? Yes, for sure. But mostly because, I mean, I love looking at it, but there's also a lot of new plants to learn about. There's a lot of plants that I didn't even know existed until I started having the terrarium. So begonias, just cutting off some yellow leaves, begonias and the Alocasia and all the little species that can climb up the back wall. It's really, really fun to have new plants to learn about and to try and grow. Yes, definitely. Perlite propagations keep rotting. Any tips on that? What I learned about perlite propagations is that you water it once at the beginning and then you don't water it again, basically. So maybe you're watering too much. Maybe that's it. I don't know. That would be my guess. So this moss pole is hollow and it has a little end thing where you can water it. I'm very curious to see how this works. My plan is to stick it in the middle and then try and attach Caspar to it. At the bottom of the pot, we'll put this little round thing on top and that will keep it stable in the pot. So that's really smart. Caspar, you're gonna grow even bigger leaves for me, I hope. Yeah, this is good. I like this. Oh no, I broke a leaf. Oh no, sorry Caspar. It's an old leaf, it's okay. Now we take the new pot. I think we put in this thing first and then we start to put soil. Any Alocasia care hacks? The more fragile ones like Zabrina and Cerion keep on drooping while they are standing in front of a northeast facing window. Actually, I think these are not the more fragile ones. These are the easier to grow ones, in my opinion. They are faster and they get bigger leaves. So I think they will want more light because Alocasias generally want a lot of light compared to other aroids especially. I have mine right in my south-facing window, although it is partly blocked in summer and I do hang up a shade cloth kind of thing in summer. But just in general, Alocasias do, especially those kind of Alocasias, definitely need a lot more light than, for example, the silver dragon and the black velvet and stuff. So I would suggest trying more light. I am still thinking about making that new Alocasia care video as requested by many of you. I will do it, but for now, more light. Hopefully that will help. How would I increase my chances of becoming a volunteer at a botanical garden? Just reach out to them. Currently at my botanical garden where I volunteer, it is very, very popular to volunteer there. So there's like a waiting list. It's not as easy as you may think. Maybe ask them what they need so that you can say what you can help with. Because of course it should be useful for them and not just fun for you. I was lucky because the Hoyas looked very sad and they didn't have any specific volunteers for the Hoyas. I'm currently just using some plant Velcro to try and attach all the caspars closer to the moss pole so that they can start to root into it, because of course it needs to touch the moss in order to grow into it. But in general, I think it looks quite good. What do you think? Next, we'll do this plant. I'm going quite quickly because there's a lot to do and I always collect too many things to do. This Ploumani definitely needs this nice pot. I just feel a little bit weird about it because I don't have anything. There's blood of the philodendron at the bottom. That looks very sad. I don't have something else to pot on the other side. I have some leca. I generally don't like leca at the bottom of pots, but this is a pot that doesn't have drainage. And it's also a little bit deep for these kind of plants. So we're just making it less deep. And also it probably is gonna live in my south-facing window where it very easily evaporates the water. So this plant is just growing against the outer edge of, a lot of the bottom of the soil just fell out, which means either we have had some root rot or it just doesn't need such a deep pot, which I have found in general with these crawlers. They prefer just more shallow pots, if that makes any sense. I do see some very happy, healthy roots here, and they are growing from the new growth as well. So this is gonna be great. Hopefully we'll get a new leaf soon now that it has some space again. Another volunteering question, but different. Do you still volunteer as a lifeguard during the summer at your hometown? No, and I actually didn't volunteer as a lifeguard. I was a paid lifeguard on one of the islands here in Holland. We have several islands in the north of Holland. And I worked there every summer, but it was full-time and it was paid. It was actually a really well-paid job, which was nice. I don't do that anymore on the islands, and also I don't volunteer here locally because I don't have time, and the sun I don't like anymore with my headaches. So, and I haven't even thought about signing up because it's a different company. It's the Reddingsbrigade here. And I worked for the KNRM, which is also from the boats, you know, RNLI if you're in the UK. I think we're gonna pot this here. And then we have a lot of space left. So what else shall we put in? I think this is already the last question. Is there a reason why my white variegated plant variegation turned yellow? I'm guessing it's browning. I don't know, but that's my assumption here. And it can brown because of many reasons. It's just part of the variegation process. If it's turning yellow, maybe you had a yellow variegated plant. I had that with an Alocasia. That should be white variegation, but it was actually, it was actually yellow variegation, so maybe that's why. I don't really know. I'd have to see pictures, and it's kind of hard to judge these kinds of questions because I'm on the other side of the world. I don't know your situation. I don't know your setup, your house, everything. So any questions about specific plants is actually quite hard to answer. Okay, this looks nice. We'll do one more chore. We're running out of questions anyway. So we're just gonna chop this one up. That will be fun to do. What we're gonna do is cut up this beautiful yellow variegated Syngonium. Where is my shears, alcohol? Let's see if we got any roots in this air layering attempt that I did not manage very well. I did not keep it moist at all. Ooh, nice roots. Oh, this is nice. Hello, you did great. The top cutting is gonna be fine. Random question, have you guys watched Bridgerton yet? Bridgerton? I have already watched the whole new season. And it was very nice. I really liked it. Let me know what you think in the comments if you watch it. Let me bring you in close and then we'll chop. I'm just gonna chop at the bottom first so we have a little bit more ease of working. The top cutting that I was talking about, you can see the roots here. I hope you can see because I don't know what my camera is looking at. I think we're just gonna chop it here underneath this. Okay. And then I'll do 2 nodes for this one because they're close together. What do you think? 1 node cuttings or 2 node cuttings? I think I'll go for 2. I'll go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I will start rooting in water, and maybe I'll sell a few of these. And then this top cutting, I'm gonna keep and root in soil because I think it's ready. I switched back to the different camera because it was getting very dark on the other one. Now, I don't have any more questions, but if you have any questions for me, please let me know in the comments below and maybe I will answer them in the next video like this, or maybe I will go live and just answer questions that way because it's much easier. Then I don't have to edit anything. Much quicker. So I put the cuttings of the Syngonium aurea into water. I hope they will grow quickly. They've been quite quickly to propagate for me, but the issue has been that either they will turn fully green or fully white, which then they die. So I hope that some of these at least will have some nice balanced variegation like this mother plant had as well. And the top cutting I think will just continue to be awesome and grow hopefully for me in soil. The only thing I still need to do with the plants is pot up these Alocasias for these beautiful dragon scale rescues. I'll put some ceramis in here. This is my favorite medium when the plants don't have any roots and need some rescuing. I actually recently heard that it's more effective if you peel these open. So I'm gonna soak them in water for a little bit and then pop them in this thingy on a heat mat in my high humid environment. The only thing that I still have to do now is clean up this whole mess, which I will put on time lapse after this ending. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your questions below like I said before. If you haven't subscribed yet, here is your chance. I selected a few more planty videos at the end. Actually, I cannot do that now because I still have to do the cleaning up part. Thank you so much to my patrons and YouTube, I almost fell over, YouTube members. They have been awesome. We do monthly Zoom calls. It's really, really fun. I love you guys. I actually met a few of them in person last week and it was amazing. So if you want to join that, feel free to click all the links in the description. And I think that's it. That's all I gotta say. I just have to do the cleaning up. Let's go, let's go. Thanks so much, friends. Bye.